Okay, we are back, and I have avoided everything today on social media so that I could watch the White House press briefing that includes the boys. They've already made history on several occasions addressing the United Nations and things like that at these big public. This is another thing about, from what I understand, Asian violence. That there's a lot of hatred since the pandemic started towards Asian Americans, and they're here to talk about it and bring awareness. So let's hear what they have to say. I'm excited. This is going to be good. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Wow. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. So much excitement. I know it's the Fed chair meeting, right? I know. We got Bloomberg. These, yeah. Forget about me. I know, it's not about me. Okay, so today on the final day of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, I'm excited to welcome some special guests to the briefing room today, pop phenoms BTS. Woohoo! While many of you may know BTS as Grammy-nominated international icons, they also play an important role as youth ambassadors, promoting a message of respect and positivity.
Yes, they do.
After this briefing, they will join President Biden in a discussion about Asian inclusion, representation, and diversity, as well as addressing an anti-Asian hate crimes and discrimination. As many of you know, the president has led a historic whole-of-government approach to combat racism, xenophobia, and intolerance facing ANHPI communities. Beginning his first week in office when he issued a presidential memorandum leveraging the power of the federal government to stand against this hate. The president also signed the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act into law, signed an executive order to reestablish the White House Initiative on Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders, and funded critical research to prevent and address xenophobia against AA and NHPI communities. So without further ado, I will let the band take it from here. They're gonna each speak. We have a interpreter somewhere here. There you go. Good to see you. So they'll each speak first, and then the interpreter will come back up and interpret what they just said. They're not going to take any questions. They're just going to come here and give some words, and then we'll start the briefing. Thank you. Go ahead, Jess.
Thank you, Karine, for your kind words. And hi, we're BTS. And it is a great honor to be invited to the White House today to discuss the important issues of anti-Asian hate crimes, Asian inclusion, and diversity.
네, 오늘은 AANHPI 헤리티지 먼스의 마지막 날입니다. 저희는 AANHPI 커뮤니티와 뜻을 함께하고 기념하기 위해 오늘 백악관에 왔습니다.
네, 최근 아시아계를 대상으로 한 많은 증오 범죄에 굉장히 놀랍고 또 마음이 안 좋았는데요. 이런 일이 근절되는데 조금이라도 도움이 되고자 오늘 이 자리를 빌어 목소리를 내고자 합니다.
네, 오늘 저희가 이 자리에 올 수 있었던 것은 저희의 음악을 사랑해 주시는 다양한 국적, 언어, 문화를 가진 저희의 팬, 아미 여러분들이 계셨기에 이 자리에 올 수 있었다고 생각합니다. 정말 감사합니다.
네, 한국인의 음악이 서로 다른 언어와 문화를 넘어서 전 세계 많은 분들께 닿을 수 있다는 게 아직까지도 좀 신기하고 근데 신기한 것 같습니다. 그리고 이 모든 걸 연결을 시켜주는 음악이란 건 좀 참으로 훌륭한 매개체가 아닌가 싶습니다.
나와 다르다고 그것은 잘못된 일이 아닙니다. 옳고 그름이 아닌 다름을 인정하는 것으로부터 평등은 시작된다고 생각합니다.
네, 우리는 모두의 각자의 역사를 가지고 있습니다. 오늘 한 사람 한 사람이 의미 있는 존재로서 서로 존중하고 이해하기 위한 또 한 걸음이 되기를 바랍니다.
Even when he talks, it's sultry.
And lastly, we thank President Biden and the White House for giving this important opportunity to speak about the important causes, remind ourselves of what we can do as artists. Once again, thank you very much.
Provide an interpretation in Korean and English. 우리말과 영어로 통역 간략하게 전달드리겠습니다. 남준 씨는 친절한 소개 감사합니다. 방탄소년단입니다. 오늘 백악관에 초청받아서 반아시아계 혐오 범죄 그리고 아시아계 포용 그리고 다양성에 대해 논의하는 자리를 가지게 되어 정말 큰 영광입니다. Jun said today is the last day of the AANHPI Heritage Month. We joined the White House to stand with the AANHPI community and to celebrate. Jimmy said we were devastated by the recent surge of hate crimes, including Asian American hate crimes. To put a stop on this and support the cause, we'd like to take this opportunity to voice ourselves once again. J-Hope said we are here today thanks to our army, our fans worldwide, who have different nationalities and cultures and use different languages. We are truly and always grateful. Jungkook said, we still feel surprised that music created by South Korean artists reaches so many people around the world, transcending languages and cultural barriers. We believe music is always an amazing and wonderful unifier of all things. Shiga said it's not wrong to be different. I think equality begins when we open up and embrace all of our differences. V said everyone has their own history. We hope today is one step forward to respecting and understanding each and everyone as a valuable person. 마지막으로 남준 씨가 마지막으로 중요한 문제에 대해 함께 이야기하고 우리가 아티스트로서 무엇을 할 수 있는지 생각할 기회를 만들어 주신 바이든 대통령님과 백악관에 감사드립니다. 감사합니다.
What does it mean to you to come to the White House? We're gonna go. They're not gonna take any questions, but thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
BTS 화이팅! 감사합니다.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh. All right. Okay. Yeah. Brian, I don't know how you're gonna. Okay. I don't know. I'm excited to hear what Brian has to say. Okay. Next up, we have.
Okay, so once again, I feel like they could have had the interpreter come in right after one another and just do their snippet versus it almost seems like he must have been taking notes on the side, or maybe they even gave him a heads up of what they were going to say. Once again, just total class. They all came dressed to the tens. They had a great message. RM had great hair. All of them, they just, they all bring their own energy too. It's like when J-Hope starts to smile, you're like, oh, and then everybody, I mean, even like with V in the end there with his very deep voice and everybody, I mean, like, this is good. And I'm happy that they did this. Historic. It sounded like they had some fans in the crowd, which is really cool. And I love that they addressed the army, BTS Army, and they talked about how everyone is so different that enjoys BTS music. I mean, you got 40-plus-year-old guys, you've got women and children, and you've just got everybody from all different cultures. I mean, they really are global. And if you know anything about BTS, and I'm preaching to the army at this point, it's nothing but peace and love, man. And, I was looking at Twitter today with all the toxic stuff going on with Star Wars and everything, and just shaking my head. It's like, when is enough enough? And then you look at the people getting bullied and beat up and in the street in New York, because they were Asian, because of the COVID, and people thought, the virus was coming from Asia and all this kind of stuff. And, it's just, man, there's just way too much hate out there. And that's why these boys are doing what they're doing. This is why they continue to put forward this message of peace and love. And, we need more people to embrace it. What did you guys think of the White House briefing today with BTS? Let's talk about it in the comments section, and we'll see you on the next one.